Welcome to Success Superstars, episode number 116, and my special guest, Kim Taylor. Kim, welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I am so excited now. You know, we're in the quarantine period of time, and so we're doing this by video.
Yes.
I've been, on lockdown, and so have you. Has that been a struggle for you?
It's been interesting. All the kids are home, and
You were almost an empty nester, right?
We were almost empty nesters. We have our youngest, we have 4 kids ranging from 24 to 16. And all the boys were pretty much out of the house, and now everybody's back home. So it's been a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of a challenge.
That empty nester didn't quite work out too well for you.
No, but that's okay. It's just like everybody else, we're adjusting. We figured out what we've got to do to come together, and Mama is not cooking for everybody, so it's all good. So
good. Put them to work.
Fun.
Now, one of the things, that we did in our prep, I heard that, you've been licensed about 5 years, and one of your biggest learnings was you control nothing. And in a sense, this lockdown is like, we control nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been a little interesting. Like I was telling you before, my mentor, when I first got into real estate, he said, you can control nothing in real estate, which I'm kind of a type A control freak, and takes a lot to admit that, but everybody that knows me would agree. And, it's like when you're a listing agent, you don't get to control when a buyer's agent brings you an offer. And when you're a buyer's agent, you don't get to control that they're going to pick you. So that made me crazy. And, just the lack of control and not knowing everything has just been a little bit challenging, but we're getting through it.
So Kim, how do you control the controllables? What are the things you can control?
Well, obviously, all of you guys that are agents know that it's super important to, fill our minds with, I'm in control of myself, right? I'm in control of my self-learning. So, reading all the books and staying engaged and, staying in contact with my clients and checking on my past clients and doing all my videos. And I do a lot. My coach really encouraged me to call people, and I'm like, well, can I not just do video text? So he's like, I guess. So I've been doing a lot of video text to a lot of my clients because I like the face-to-face. And even though I'm not talking to them, I think they like seeing my videos because I get the best feedback when I do video text.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Those are just some things I'm doing.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you started, I think, in December of 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So you're entering into your 5th year of real estate. You went from 0 to over 6 million. And recently you created a team. And in the first 4 months, that team created $1 million of new business. So, you're on track, to, have over a $10 million business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are some of the things you mentioned that you're doing weekly BombBomb videos and you're using videos extensively? What other things, listing leads or KV Core or magazines that you might be doing?
So one thing that I started doing the last 6 months is I should have grabbed one of my videos or my magazines to show you. It's American Lifestyle magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten a huge response from that, from past clients, and then just sending it to locals. I live here in Roanoke, and so we've been here 24 years, so I have a ton of friends that I send those to. And then, just that's been my biggest thing. That's been the biggest response from everybody is just that dang magazine.
Yeah, so using the magazine, using your videos, you're doing some stuff in KV Core.
Doing some stuff in KV Core, doing the landing pages, things like that, squeeze pages, all that good stuff. Very important to do.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Now, as a leader, as you start to develop your team, what is your philosophy as a leader?
We are very God-centered.
Mm-hmm.
I do things, we as a team do things a little bit differently. Um, we very much believe that, we open every meeting with prayer.
Mm-hmm.
We just put God first in everything, and
Mm-hmm.
we pray that He brings us our leads. Now, one thing I'm doing that's a little bit different from other teams is I'm not providing leads.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a mentor, teacher, trainer. One of my girls told me the other day I was a spiritual mother. So,
Oh, there you go.
it's more about
Okay.
teaching them, tithing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge thing in my husband, Gordon, and I, who's on my team. He's our transaction coordinator. That's huge for us,
Yeah.
teaching them that concept, which is a little different for some people.
Right. Now, having someone in the family, obviously you've learned to delegate, delegating those activities that don't help you either prospect, follow up on leads, set appointments, or negotiate. Your husband is doing the transaction coordinating. How's it like having a family member in the business?
At first I was terrified because I was like, I don't want this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But I had somebody, a friend from church, tell me, she's like, what if this is the one thing that you need that, and there's a whole backstory here,
Right.
but it's like, what if this is the one thing the Lord wants to use to just,
Enhance
what
you and
I'm
your,
saying
yeah,
without
and
saying it.
enhance you and your marriage
Absolutely.
and your business. Right.
So again, it was a letting go of a little bit of that control and
Mm-hmm.
just allowing him to come on board, because my sister-in-law was actually my transaction coordinator before.
Mm-hmm.
And so Gordon was like, I could be the team transaction coordinator. Now, we thought he was going to lose his oil and gas job, but he didn't. So he is actually still working full time. And he's our transaction coordinator and pretty much my assistant. So he's keeping track of all of our numbers for us, and
Yeah.
it's awesome. He's great at what he does.
So obviously he's very organized and consistent. And that key lesson that you learned from 5 years ago of, you control nothing, actually has allowed you to let go control, which is, I once I was taking golf lessons, and my instructor told me, Mark, when you give up control, you gain control.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I heard the other day a really good illustration about, I was thinking about like, what's your secret for success? And there was a story that I read about Jacob's ladder. And, it's like we climb that ladder as real estate agents when you're an individual agent.
Mm-hmm.
And, because success and fame and commission checks and all that is like so, gets us so excited. But there comes a point in your career when you realize that to go to the next level, I have to start helping other people hold their ladder. Right. And I really feel like that's where I am. Like 2019 was such a spiritual growth year for me. Mm-hmm. And it's like the Lord took me to the bottom to bring me back up. Mm-hmm. And now it's like he just dropped this team in my lap and he's like, now it's time for you to do the team. And so now it's awesome because it's like I'm holding other people's ladders and just trying to help them grow to be the best agent they can. And like our team is doing so good. I mean, Q1, we did 6 million.
Right.
I mean, the first 3 months of the year, we have done 6 million in sales. That blows my mind. And it's only God, Yeah. So I love it. I love it. Thanks.
Well, I just completed the first draft of JPAR's team leader manual, the CEO manual, the art, science, and success of teams. I'd love to send you the draft and have you give me some edits on it.
I would love it. I would love to look at it.
All right, it's on its way. And if you promise to send me a couple of ones.
Yeah, I would love to.
All right, well, as we wrap up this episode, it's been so powerful about control. Really what we control is ourselves and our thoughts, right?
Absolutely.
And everything else, God is in control. So as we wrap up, what's the one message you'd like to leave the audience with?